actually like this one. A lot of black men are not going to do that. They're just
They're
a
not
lot,
gonna do that.
y'all, a lady, a
They
lot
call
of
it
black men.
babysitting their own
Black men call
child.
it, yeah,
So yeah.
black men call it babysitting.
Yes.
A lot of, and
So
even if it, even, no, even that, like, even if a black woman gets pregnant, most of the time, a lot of black women, I mean, a lot of black men are not even there
they're at the birth,
once the
like
baby at the birth
right,
or when the baby is
or
born.
when the
So they
baby is
have no
born.
idea. Yeah, they have no idea what it's like to be in a house with a woman and a child,
Hmm.
and don't marry the woman
Right.
of that child. So this is called empathy and leadership, and a lot of black males don't have
Just don't have
leadership.
that.
Empathy is a part of being a leader. Like, you need to
Hmm.
be able to understand what your team is going through and to be able to reach in and just
Yep.
actually help them. Like, so this man right here, he was like, hey, I tried it. My wife is working and I'm not. And no, this is not for me. Most men cannot do what women do. Like, they can't.
Absolutely.
And this one is just brave
Absolutely.
enough to admit it. He's
I
brave
think
enough to admit it.
I think I absolutely agree with that. Like white males just seem to have more empathy and they will sympathize a lot faster than most black males that I know, because I've seen black men um with younger children and their baby mamas, and she'd be dealing with the children or whatever and whatnot, and he would literally say things like, yeah, you over exaggerating, it's not that hard, or you know what I mean, like playing her off like as if she's not there, dealing with the child 24/7. And when he had to take care of the child, in particular, was a family member of mine. When he had to take care of that child, girl, he was calling her while we was out every 30 minutes.
Because it's hard.
Yes, and he still tried to play it off when we got back. Like, yeah, no, it was a breeze. It was okay, but you called her how many times, bro? So no,
Yeah.
like you just don't you don't see this, like what he's saying, in our community as much as black men. They just don't do it.
Mhm.
They just don't.
This is why I can't respect anybody,
Right,
man or woman, that says that being a parent is not the
right.
hardest job in the world. Like, you have to actually be there in that woman's shoes to be able to say that.
Absolutely.
Like,
That's
this man, he's in his wife's shoes, so he
shoes,
can
so he
say
absolutely knows.
that.
Right.
Like,
Like,
I can say for the first year and a half, 2 years, when I had my boys, I did not sleep 8 hours. Like, I did not sleep six
mm-hmm.
hours. Like, when they're 1, 2, 3 years old, they're on a totally different schedule from you.
Yep.
And they're young. When you get older, you need more sleep. When you're younger, you don't need as much
Mm-hmm.
sleep. So these are toddlers and infants that are waking up every 2, 3, 4 hours, and you're
Yes.
like, I need my 8 to 10 hours of sleep. And it's like,
You're
no,
right.
women have to do that.
Right.
Women have to do that because they're mainly the default parent.
Mm-hmm.
Even whether you're single or not, the women are the default parent. The men are like,
Either
okay, I'm
way.
going to leave. I'm going to leave, or either I'm just going to go to work. And when I get off
Yeah.
of work, I'm not going to do anything. Like,
they're
because I
still
worked.
they're still right they still keep their schedules too. I would say that personally.
They keep
They
their
keep
they
their
keep their
schedules,
entire
so things that,
life.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, so things that like I may have liked to go do, I know it was a completely different, like after having my second one. I was always with our kids 24/7, like all the time, but he would still, after work, go play ball, keep his schedule, you know what I mean? Things like that. And I'm like, okay, I just got through working and I'm still with the kids. I'm trying to go do something. But he would always go play his ball with his friends, kick it, and keep his schedule. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. And
it,
I believe that's
I
because
just
of the
don't see it.
patriarchy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't see how
They teach us that women
they
are
don't see.
supposed to do that. When you're
Right.
supposed to do that. Like, you're supposed to stay home when the baby is born, and you're
Yeah,
supposed to
like
do
no,
everything, and I work, and that's it. Like, no, like me myself,
absolutely not.
I have 2 kids, and I have never been a stay-at-home mom. Like, I probably stayed home 6 to 8 months at a time, but I have always worked. And my husband took care of that 6 or 8 months, but I've always worked. And then when I get home, I know that I'm doing more than my husband because he
Yeah.
doesn't clean as
More
much
work.
as me. He doesn't clean as much as me. He doesn't like cater to the kids like when they're sick as much as me. Even if I
Right.
work, if they come knock on that door, the first thing I hear is knock, knock, knock. Mom, I have a fever, or I have a headache, or I feel like I'm about to throw up. They don't say, Dad, I have a fever. I feel like I'm about to throw up. Never do they say that because they know that I'm the one that knows what to
The
do
go-to, right?
because
The
I'm the
go-to.
default parent. Like,
Absolutely.
and I think women need to stop allowing themselves to be the default parent because that's why we're getting postpartum and we're getting stressed out and we want to abandon our kids. And I feel like other women need to come together with other women and help women. Like whether you're
Mhm.
married or you're single and you have kids, I think you shouldn't let women's husbands run you away because most of the time when we get married, if your husband doesn't like your friend or your family member because you're
Oh
telling her the truth,
yes,
they will run you away. Oh, you need to stop talking to her
yes.
because she wants to break us up. Y'all need to come together and be like, no, I'm not, leaving my sister or my friend. I'm going to help her. She needs my help.
And that is so.
But if she's a mammy and she's fighting
Oh
you,
no,
I wouldn't say stress yourself out. I wouldn't say
no.
stress yourself out and be like, girl, you need my help. No, if she wants your help and she's like fighting against him to get your help, go ahead and help her. But if she's fighting against you and she wants to be with him and she's on his side more than yours, leave her alone because it's going to just stress you out and you
It
should
really
protect your
is.
peace. Like,
I
so
right. I wholeheartedly agree with women building stronger connections with each other because, like, that's what the village really is. It's us, dog. It's us. Seriously, at the end of the day,
yeah.
it's women. Like I've told you before that I have a cousin that I'm just so proud of because of she was in a relationship, the relationship wasn't going well, and she walked away from it and said, I deserve better. And she's standing her ground to this day. But the beautiful thing about it is um, her and her friend, her very close friend, decided that they would switch back and forth between their houses. And one works nights, one works through the day. So the friend watches my cousin's kids at night and keeps them and make sure they're in bed prepared and ready for the next school day. And then when she
Right.
comes in, she'll get some sleep and then she'll take over when old girl has to go to work. And I think that's like a beautiful thing. That's the representation that I'm talking
Yeah.
about, is like women helping women coming together. Like, we got each other.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's
And that's,
truly like a relationship, but it's, you know what I mean, a different type of
yeah.
relationship.
And that's what I love about Princella. If y'all don't follow Princella, please follow Princella on the High
Yeah.
Powered podcast because she's like, that's all she talks about is women coming together to help women so you won't be so stressed out. Like if we
Yes,
had
the
other women to
community.
help us do all the stuff that you're going through and you're stressing about, women naturally, because it's in our nature to be nurturers, we do that and we
Hmm.
expect for our husbands to do that, and that's not in
And
their
that's not
nature.
natural for them. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you come together with other women, you could do that and not be stressed, and you can have heaven on earth. Pretty
Right.
much.
I'm
That's what her
saying, like,
podcast is about. You have heaven on earth. You don't, a lot of women think she's like talking about a lesbian cult, but you don't have to be a lesbian. You could just live
you
with a friend
don't
or a
know.
roommate or a relative that's on the
Exactly.
same page, and y'all can be in harmony. If you want some penis every once in a while, you can decide which one is the best one and just make sure he's not dangerous. Like
For real.
you
Yeah.
and whoever you're living with, because
Yeah.
she gives you options. She gives you like 5 options of what you can do. You can be lesbian, you can be celibate, you can have a toy, what's the other options, Zara?
Um, Mine was the toy option. So that's what I
I'm
like to do.
I'm sapiosexual. Like, no, you can mix it up a little bit. You can have a toy and
You
be
can. Yeah, you
sapiosexual, and
can.
you can be
Yeah.
I'm asexual and sapiosexual. Asexual means you don't have to have sex with
Hmm.
anybody.
So
Like
then
you
I
can
could
just
be
be
I'm a
alone.
hybrid. I'm a
You could be
hybrid.
alone. And sapiosexual means you're just really, it just means you're really, really attracted to people who are knowledgeable and know stuff, that are smart. And most women, we use all of our brains, so we're smart, and we're attracted to other people that know as much as us. So yeah, but I ran across another video of the same guy, the last video we just showed you, of the same guy talking about the default parent. And I really like this guy. I am
I
not a
do too.
divester. He's a white guy, but I'm not a divester. I don't expect to. I don't
Right.
expect. I don't
But
expect too many.
I'm saying I like how his point of view, where he, the fact that he has experience and he's sharing this knowledge with
He
them
knows it's
because
hard. He
he's
knows
the
it's
opposite.
hard.
Yes, the opposite of what most males would say. So
But
yeah, I like this
yeah,
dude too.
I feel like I don't know how Zara feels, but I feel like most men are the same. But this one gets it. I feel like this one it
Yeah,
is. There are exceptions to the rule, but the majority of men.
but
I'm
the
not going to say
majority of
white
them are
men.
not. Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to say black or white, but I say the majority are not. So
Majority.
yeah, we're going to get into this next video, and you can listen to what he has to say, and we'll come back with our commentary.
You know what's crazy is I had a dad comment on one of my videos saying that he had done 3 active duty tours to Iraq, and yet staying home with his 2 kids for 6 months was harder. I had another dad comment saying that he was a roofer here in Phoenix, where it's 117 degrees during the summer, who was a stay-at-home dad to his 3 kids for a year and couldn't wait to get back to roofing because he said it was 10 times easier. Are those 2 jobs more physically demanding? Absolutely. But what's often ignored or overlooked is the mental burnout that you can experience from being either a stay-at-home parent or the default parent, or both. Like most men, if you told them you could never clock out from your job, would have a fucking panic attack. That's what it's like being the default parent. So the men that have had the opportunity to stay home, or guys that are single dads, understand what it's like to be a default parent. And it's super beneficial because you stand to not only have a healthy relationship with your kids as a dad, but also as a husband. Like, there's so many tough guys on TikTok, but to me, being a tough guy is like being more mentally and emotionally present for your family while simultaneously taking on more of the child rearing responsibilities. It's fucking hard. Like, it's not the 50s anymore. We need to step this shit up.
Okay. I'm gonna jump in on that. That mental
I like
burnout
him.
is real. Like, it is so real, because I do. When he mentioned that, I remembered. I don't know if you ever had felt this way, but after you had your babies, did you ever just feel wired? Like, you couldn't sleep, I couldn't think of what I needed to do for myself. Like, taking a shower, I was like, okay, I need to hurry up and be, quick about this, because the baby gonna wake up, or I might have to feed the baby, or I need to nurse the baby. Like,
Yeah,
that
you
burned
can't.
me
You
out
can't. No, you
mentally.
can't. Like
Yes, I was wired.
after that first 8 weeks, your husband has to go back to work, and your
Hmm.
baby is still up every hour or
I
hour and a half.
was wired,
Uh,
and it was mentally draining. Like, that was all I could think around about was that. And it was like all day, 24/7.
and then yeah, like then when they get off, they're tired from working, and
Yeah, so they
they
want to,
either
relax and kick their feet up.
and they'll like mine.
And you like,
He would let me get like 2 hours of sleep or so before he had to go do whatever he had to do and live his life or either rest. But I would get probably with both of my kids, I would get maybe 3 hours of sleep at the most for the first year and a half, 2 years. So every time I had a baby,
that
like
sounds
the
about
first
right.
year and a half, two
Yeah,
years, I would sleep like maybe 3 hours for 2 years almost. And that's why women go into postpartum and depression and anxiety,
depression.
because they're like about to die from exhaustion.
Yes,
Right? And
girl.
men, we try to make the husbands or the boyfriends, or if they stick around, whoever sticks around, we try to make them the boyfriend or the husband, whoever sticks around through this process, we try to make them understand, like, I'm about to die, I'm like
Like,
a zombie.
I am burnt out.
and
And
like and
still, and we
they
know how that ends. That comes right back on you. I mean, it
yeah,
comes
and
right back
because
on
they're
them and what
men
they need.
and because they're
You
men
sitting
and
there
they don't
telling
listen
them,
to
yeah,
us.
you sitting there telling them, okay, I am burnt out, like, I am exhausted,
and,
and it
and
always
then
goes back to them and what they need. Like,
mhm.
well, what
and
about me?
And the only response you will get is like, "I work too." Like, you're at home all day. What are you doing at home? That's all you will get,
Yeah,
ladies. I promise you. Like,
every
they don't
time.
realize that yours is 24/7, and theirs is like 8 to 10, maybe 12 hours a
Yeah,
day of
you get to
work.
clock
But
out, bro.
yours, they get to clock out. And okay, you guys, I love Themis and Thoth. He's a male. I love his channel, but him and Cynthia G had this debate about, is motherhood, or is it motherhood or
Motherhood
parenthood,
and
is
parenting, ain't it?
parenting.
Just
I don't
parenting
know. I'm
being
not
hard.
sure. Is
But before
Themis?
you get into that, Nava, we got to give Themis a shout out, because I will say,
I was about to.
we were struggling. We were struggling with StreamYard, y'all, and this man took out some time for us to chat with us and walk us through StreamYard. So we want to give him a huge shout out. Thank you, because not a lot of YouTubers are about to just, respond back and help you out, and he did help us out. So thank you so much, Themis. Shout out to
if y'all listen to Themis, please go follow him. You don't have to agree with everything people say or their lifestyles, but go follow him. He's a good channel. I've been following him for a while. But yeah, where were we at?
But no, you were saying his Sinji and Themis, and shout out to Sinji, because
I love Sinji.
That's my absolute favorite YouTuber. Sin, I love you.
We both love you. We both love you.
Girl,
and
you are the shit.
Yeah, me and Zara have been connected for at least 18 years by our spouses. I know, I know a lot of y'all probably will have a problem with our spouses, but y'all email us. Let's talk, ladies. We need to talk instead of just judging. We will block all pick-me's and mammies and people who just judge us without talking to us.
Time of day.
We're not, but we're married to Black men. And if y'all want to talk about that, y'all can email us. Y'all can DM us on our social media pages,
TikTok,
and we'll respond.
Podcasts, IG.
We'll let y'all know. But we love Sin and we love Priscilla, and we're both married to Black men. Oh, surprise. Surprise. And our husbands have actually went to high school together. And Zara has been married
for a long time. I've been married for 18 years.
And I've been married for 17 years, and we are not gloating or boasting or anything on that. We just want everybody to know that we are two women that are not pygmies or mammies just because we are married. We are completely for Cynthia G and Princella. We see what's going on, and just because we are with certain people, we know what's going on. But
it doesn't mean that we're not going to recognize the truth, because a lot of what they speak on, whether you agree or not, is the truth. It just is. It is what it is.
Is the truth.
They're coming from two married women to two Black men. So.
this married woman, I am. Whenever we get our community of women together, y'all, I will be there. Just know that. Y'all don't have to come for me in the comments, or you don't have to go at me, but I will be there when we start our community for women. But Zara, we do have. Well, how many more videos do we have to show them? I think one.
One more. We got one more left.
We have one more video from
parenting again.
We have one more video from a white male, and then we're gonna go ahead and play it, and we're gonna we have one more video after that, I think, but it's not from a white male. It's from our
pick me up the day.
We have a pick me up
that one. Y'all gonna love
it. So we're gonna go ahead and play this video from this white male and see what he has to say, and we'll come back with our commentary.
I've got something to say about the default parent. If you don't know what that is, it's the parent that is the default. When there's a problem, when the kids need to be taken care of, they are the parent that automatically takes care of those things. That role specifically is very difficult. I mean, it is so complicated. Your kids tend to go to you for more things. When you are actually away from the kid, you struggle to disengage the way the other parent normally just kind of out of sight, out of mind, they do that. You struggle with that. And so for those default parents out there, you're rock stars. Now, for the other side of that, I do have something to say. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but if you're fortunate enough to have a partner in parenting, you may be the default parent, but the other one is probably the default provider. And here's what I mean by that. This person has to keep a job no matter what. No matter how hard it becomes, no matter how terrible it feels, no matter what struggles they face, they can't not work. And that has its own struggles and frustrations. And I'm not here to compare those two. I don't want you to be like, well, this is harder or that. That's not what we're talking about. Now, there are many people who both parents work, and one of them is the default parent. And for that person, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you are in a situation where you have to work to pay the bills. Both of you have to work to pay the bills, and that's the reality. And then you also are the default parent. So you have a very unique struggle that you win. That's the hardest. That's the hardest. If you are in a situation where both parents have to work, but also you're the default parent, you are an angel. And then, of course, we have the working single parents who are gods walking among us. Y'all, I can't believe it. You're rock stars.
Now, I will say I've been there. I've been both. I've got to do stay at home, and I've had to been the working default too, in addition. And I will tell you, it's not fun. It's not. It just ain't. It's stressful. You really can hit depression if you don't have people there for you. For me, and at that time, living away, and we lived in multiple different states. It really sucks, and it can take you to a really dark space where you just be like, I just want to give up. Like, I give up. So when he said y'all are rock stars, y'all really are, because it's not easy at all. So
Yeah.
but what did you think
I'm
on
not.
that?
Yeah, I'm not a divester, but I really appreciate him. I might follow
Right.
him. I don't follow him, but I ran across his videos. But
I might follow him and the other dude, because they onto something.
I wasn't a stay-at-home parent, but I did get to stay home for just a little bit. And then, like right now, I work 10-hour days. And when I get home, I do most of the stuff around the house. But my husband, I'm not going to lie, he does work a lot outside of the house. Like he works 12, 14-hour days sometimes, and he comes home, but he does nothing at home. I'm like, I'm doing everything at home, and he does. Like, ladies, like my okay, I'm gonna tell you, my boys are 11 and 16, and I'm like making them help me now around the house. I don't know if y'all have kids. If you do, you need to start training them around
Train them now.
10. Train them now around 10 to do their own laundry. Train them to cook. Train them to clean, because your husbands are not going to help you. If you are one of those women that are just like, I gotta have a man. I can't be a lesbian. I can't be celibate. Like, I gotta have a man. You better start training whatever kids you have, and not just your girls. I know we're used to just doing it to our girls as Black women, but you need to do that to your boys, because other than that, your boys are not going to,
Nobody's gonna want to look after that later on. You can't pick up after that.
Yeah, like me, Zara, I don't know how you do it, but me, my boys are 11 to 16. I make them. I'm trying to teach them how to cook now. I'm teaching them how to clean their rooms, how to sweep, how to mop.
Absolutely.
And their dad just works.
Probably
He works.
My kids are older, and I have one adult who lives away from home. And no, I taught everybody how to cook. Now they learned how to cook their favorite dish or whatever I cooked for them. I taught them how to cook that plus an additional dish. Yeah. So I feel like you shouldn't be sending, just because he's a male, you shouldn't be sending your sons out there in this world not knowing how to cook. It's 2023. That's absolutely.
But you have how old are your kids?
So my oldest is 22, and then I have 19, 18, and 17. So I went line with them stair steppers.
Yeah.
But no, they all know how to cook and fix something for themselves.
Yeah. So, and
I'm
ladies,
sending them boys out there to some other woman. And
that's my ideology. I don't want to raise boys to go out there and just destroy women.
Right.
But I know with what's going on right now online and the movement that's going on right now, that women are going to group together, and if that male is capable of being with them, they're going to share him and pass him around. So I'm like, hey, little boy, if you want to be shared and passed around, which is what most men desire. They want to be with multiple women, right?
They ain't against that.
Right. Like, most men want to be with multiple women. So if women won't come to you and be like, we're going to share you and pass you around because you seem like you're good enough for us, I don't think they're going to be against that. So in order for that to happen,
I really can't think of a man that would oppose to that.
Yeah. So in order for that to happen, you got to train your boys to do everything they need to do to be an asset to these women who are the creators of the universe. And like,
teach them how to do laundry.
Right.
Like,
but I have a mother. And you need other women to raise these sons, though. But because
Right.
I'm exhausted. Like I said, I work 10-hour days, and I was like on my off days, I get 3 hours. I work 40 hours a week, 10-hour days, and I'm off 3 days a week. But on one of them, I rest. I don't do nothing. I rest because on two of them, I'm taking care of the household. So I work 6 days a week, really. So on
Right.
those 6 days, on those 2 days that I'm off, that I'm not at work, I make my boys cook, I make them meal plan, I make them do laundry, I make them clean their rooms because I have to work the rest of the week. And then
Mm-hmm.
my mother-in-law thinks I'm just so wrong for that. She thinks I didn't do that to my boys because she was born back in the day. I didn't do that
Mm-hmm.
to my boys, and I didn't make money. None of them do that. And I look at her boys now, and I'm just like, yeah, it's obvious. Like it's obvious. They're not good for anybody. They're no good. They're no good for anybody. So my husband, she didn't make him do any of that now, but when he married me, I did. He came to
Right.
me and I did. I was like, no, you're going to take them to the games. You're going to buy their school clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take them to get their hair cut. You're going to take them to some doctor's appointment. You're going to do some homework with them. If I'm
Right.
working these hours and I got to come home and clean the house, you're going to split it down the middle with me. I'm not going to be the default parent. So I think it's important for us to teach our girls that and to follow channels that teach the same thing, because
Yes.
way that we're going right now, the most women are the ones that are filing for divorce because it's the other way around when all of the
Thank
work is
you.
on the women. I don't like that.
Thank you.
I don't like that.
You got to teach them young, honestly, and don't just exclude them because you have a son. Well, no, he shouldn't have to do chores. Absolutely, he should. Teach your son how to wash his own clothes. Teach him how to cook, all of that stuff before you send him out here in the world. Don't nobody want to deal with that.
Yeah. So,
But
do all of your boys know how to cook,
all of them do.
or the ones that are old enough?
Huh? All of them.
All of the ones that are old enough to.
All of them do. Yep. All three of them.
Yeah.
So
So.
none of that. And I taught them I said that was in middle school when I taught them how to do their own laundry. I haven't done their laundry since they were in middle school. Just because it was like, y'all old enough to know. I'm not washing y'all's drawers no more.
So
You know what
yeah.
I mean? They learn how to cut the grass, all of that stuff.
Yeah, mine. I have never taken out the
Imagine
trash.
being married to somebody and you got to cut the grass. And I know a woman who her and her oldest son, they cut the grass. Like,
Mm-mm.
and the
He would
husband will
be
just be in the house chilling. And I'm
no.
like, no,
Mm-mm.
boo-boo, no.
I have never taken out the trash because I'm the only woman in the house full of two boys and a man. They
And
all
I
take
feel
out the
that way
trash.
too. Yes, I feel that way too. Me and
Like
my daughter should not have to take the trash out.
and they all cut the grass. And like if I had a daughter, she would know how to cook, but I'm not making her cut grass. If I had sons and daughters, like no, we
Now, I will
created you.
say,
We created
right.
you.
I will say this. I used to work for a lawn care service, so I know how to cut grass. I know how to edgy, make it look all neat and clean.
No, that's
If
different.
my daughter was interested in it, I would. But she knows how to cut. She didn't know how to cut.
No,
grass.
if that's something that you have a hobby and you're interested in doing and you want to do it, that's different.
Yeah, but the reason why I say that is because my daughter she's fucking smart. I'm just gonna say that point blank.
She's what?
She's fucking smart.
She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
And she's already on the track where, and I know she's young, but she's been set on this for years. She don't care for dating, marriage. She's never had a boyfriend. She's not interested in that. She's in her books. She's in school. She knows what she wants to do. She's got her head on straight. And I stand behind her and push her and guide her in that direction so that she don't fall off for what she wants, because it's so easy. It don't take much for a Dusty to come and wrap her up. And I tell her all the time, like, no, girl, don't get lost in it, because he's going to tell you everything you want to hear. He's going to do everything you want him to do. It's going to be a dream come true, girl.
And she's how old?
She's 17. So
we're going to have her as a guest on the show one day. And if it's up to her, she will feel the same way forever.
She's not into that. She's not into marriage and children, and that's not her goal. She wants to be a successful business owner. She's going to HBCU. So no, baby. And her
where's she going? Where's she trying to go?
Howard. So
child.
All I'm going to tell her.
All I'm going to tell you.
dusty on each corner, and you just keep your head in them
Like,
damn books.
girl,
Because
point
you're
her
not having
towards
it.
Cynthia G. Point her to our channel, Cynthia G.
Should
And
girl, she already know about Sin G. She already knows, so we don't play that. You study, you watch your books, and you watch a few Sin G videos, and you keep your head in them books, and you already know that I'm gonna be taking trips out there on the regular. So, like,
oh my God. And I'll go with you, girl. Like,
right.
I'll go with you.
let a dusty run up. He gonna wish he never would have thought about looking her way twice. You better get on. She ain't gonna be taking care of you. Because I keep telling her that, and I tell her that now, like, with everything that you are trying to achieve, and she's gonna achieve it because that's just how headstrong she is. Owning your own business, and she likes to find her things. She wants her own little, sexy little BMW or Mercedes. And we're working toward that now.
You can't put 5 kids in that. You can't put 5 kids in that.
That ain't a mommy car. Let me tell you, that is not a mommy car. But so I'm like, when men see these things, a lot of the time, what is it that you think that they're going to do? They're gonna pursue you, and he gonna spend his last dime on you to make you think that he got it and he's legit and he good for you and y'all an equal match. But
I'm gonna have to correct you.
Gonna spin it around and try to make it like you should be taking care of him.
I gotta correct you. I'm gonna say, you said men. I'm gonna have to say black males.
Okay, go ahead.
Do that.
Show you
black males would do that. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna say no white males or any other males would do that, but mostly because she's black, is gonna be. She's gonna attract. Yeah, she's gonna attract black.
Gonna be in
yes. Yeah.
More so than likely, it's gonna be a black male. So you're right.
Yeah, because the thing is, they want to be with women like that when they see they're doing good. But when they get with those women and trap them down, they're like, "Oh, you think you're better than me?
You're better than me.
Like, you think you're school and no." And then they have this. I don't want to say hatred. Yeah, hatred.
It is a hatred.
Is that another word?
It's
that's
jealousy,
it. But
envy.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah,
they're gonna see a sister out there doing her own thing. She got it going on, and they're gonna try to pluck that flower up. But you run up, you're gonna get done up because her mama ain't the one.
And that's what your daughter is. Her mindset is what most black women's mindsets are, and it's really sad because most black men's mindsets aren't there. I'm not. Even though we're married to black men, we're not going to say not all. Like, because we know, I'm not. I don't know about Zara, but I'm not. Like, I know the majority. So because it's not a minority, I'm not going to ever say not all. But ladies, I don't know. Zara, do you have anything else to say about this video? I do not. But if you do, go ahead. And if not, we're going to go into the pick me of the day video that we have.
I'm ready for the pick me, y'all. This video, I'm sure y'all seen this young lady ranting. But we chose her for the pick me of the day, and once we play the video, you're gonna see absolutely why she is a pick me. Let's get into it.
She.
All right, so as y'all can see, while we picked her for a pick me of the day, she really out here, really in her prom dress and gloves, vouching for Tory Lanez like he's just some great human being walking the planet Earth. First off, Megan Thee Stallion can stop you with one thigh, sweetheart. She put the one thigh on you, and you ain't doing nothing. Okay,
Zara, girl, you can cuss if you want to. You can cuss. You about to say Megan Thee Stallion can stomp the out of you.
She would.
I know you want to say it.
Girl, she stomped you a new one. Like, let's not even go there.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else to say, but she had to get paid for this by Tory State.
Yeah, if you couldn't hear, if you couldn't hear, if you're at work or you're just listening, this is a pick me that was going in on Megan Thee Stallion and what's her name?
Mariah the Scientist.
I have no idea who that is, but she's going in on
R&B singer. Yeah,
because I'm guessing they both are against Tory Lanez and
yeah.
I guess, but yeah, she was going in on them, and she was saying she wanted to fight Megan Thee Stallion and the other lady, I guess.
Over Tory Lanez, her favorite
over Tory Lanez and his sentence. Like, ladies, don't be like this. Like, please don't be like this. I know you love you love your black sons, your sons, but like me and
Canes.
Yeah, and me and Zara, we both have black sons, but please believe that you will never hear us caping for them like this. Like I said, if you have questions for us,
after doing some foolishness, yeah,
if you have questions, if you want to talk to us, you can come to us and you can DM us. You can, I don't know, Zara might even let you call her. I might be open to it. I got stuff to do, but like if y'all want to question us, y'all can. But like this is not us, like. And so I thank you all for joining us. You know, this was we're an hour and 40 minutes in.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, this is a good first live.
So this was our first show. Thank you for bearing with us. I know we had a little hiccups in the beginning, but we're learning.
We're learning, and we promise we'll get better.
On TikTok, IG,
YouTube, Twitter.
Subscribe.
We're old ladies. We're old ladies. Right. So we're trying to figure it out, but we are for women. We are for women. 100%. And we're not for just black women. We are for women, and anybody who's mad about us just being for women, period. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'll go with Zara. I'll be with Zara, and because I love Princella, and I see her vision and for women, and I'm just like, come on, let's go. Right. I love women, so y'all don't forget to like, comment.
Girls.
Yeah, we are girls, and we are not pick me or mammy girls, even though even though we are married to black men, we are married.
We still have a brain to know what's right.
Yeah. This is our first video, and we want to be transparent, and we know a lot of women that listen to us and that listen to Princella and Sin are married to black men, and they are experiencing the things that Princella and Sin go through, but they can't just leave or get out of it. So I don't want to just go in on women that are married to black men or that are married to men that are, not doing what they're supposed to do. Right. I don't want to go in on those women. I just want to give advice to women, period. Like, I want women to find themselves and to find themselves and to find their peace in 2023. What's today, Zara?
It is the 20th.
So today is the 20th. The first time you see this video, it may be the first, the second, the third. I don't know when you see this video, but thank you guys for joining us. And I don't have much else to say. Zara, do you have anything else to say?
Just comment, show us love, subscribe, follow us on our Instagram pages. And just share your thoughts. We want to hear from other women, maybe you in the same predicament, you have similar lifestyles as us. Share that with us, and
we want to build a community.
We'll have new videos every Sunday at 7. Come join us. Get your glass of wine. Get comfortable, and let's talk. Let's chat. Let's talk about real things. But
All
thank you
right.
so much for joining us.